Today we're broadcasting from the biggest drift workshop in the UAE and interviewing our big friend and owner of this place, Sultan Al Qassimi. Today we'll discuss his unique project like first ever drift, Aston Martin, McLaren, Porsche and so on, about the fire at Poland and about the governmental support of the drift in this region. So make sure to be subscribed and let's immediately start.
They had a warehouse and it caught fire, so the Lambo was gone. Arab with the money. Why didn't they say the New Zealand guy with the money built a McLaren?
Can he do more? Oh, 100 million times. He can even do so much good shows that you can't even imagine.
What is the cost of the McLaren?
Oh, that's hard. You can't do this. This is hard. That's hard.
Nothing is impossible.
Nothing at all.
Hello.
Hi.
Yeah, thank you for having us here, for your hospitality.
Pleasure. Absolute pleasure.
I guess the last time we saw each other was the Liwa time at the middle of the season.
Yes.
You said that now you're not competing like too much, but there is a couple of world championship to participate in, and Liwa was the one of. And how it was just started. So at one of the interviews you saw about your brothers with the rally, or what it was?
Yeah. So my family, we have a history of motorsports. My brothers race in. They started off in the regional rally championships, and then they started doing. I have a brother who did WRC, and he went into Dakar. He's won the two-wheel drive off-road world championship in 2017. So
are they still in race, right?
Yes, they do it, but not as much as they used to. They only do local series, and I have a brother who goes to Dakar every other year or so. So they do it more for fun, and they're professionals, but also they have responsibilities, so it's not been a priority for them. So growing up, I've always been into motorsports. I went to the States and I discovered drag racing and modifications, and I came back, I found out about the drifting, so that's why I've always been about the LS, the V8s. That's what we used to race back in the day, and I really like that engine. I started using it in drifting and it became more fun. So that's how I gradually started making my own body kits, my composite parts. I started like to do custom stuff, so parts, and I hope continuing on that side. That's how we started. That's how we are going now. So I hope I continue that journey at least.
Why did you choose drift as one of the main one?
For me, drag racing was my forte, as they call it. Even before that, the extreme sports I used to do was I used to freestyle jet ski. And then when I went as a college student, they had index racing, so you didn't need to have a fast car as long as you can fall into a bracket. Mm-hmm. So bracket racing in America was a big thing. When I came back, it was still new. It wasn't, bracket racing wasn't a big thing here. So I decided, I saw some guys drifting and I tried it. I really liked it because it's, everything about drag racing when it comes to engines, and it's,
It's connected, I guess, with the racing, with the drift.
100%. Mostly engine stuff. For me, I learned a lot from drag racing. That's why I do all my engine style is like what I used to do, but obviously not too extreme, because in drag racing it's maximum 10 seconds. For drifting, you need it to last a bit longer. So
it needs to be more reliable.
Yes. So that's how. And then I felt drifting is my sweet spot. There is style. You can do whatever you can express. You can build the car the way you want. You can go as much extreme. You guys are building, one-off, or now you want to mass produce a specific style of car, and that's also how I like it. I like to do a certain car and make my own parts and develop it as we go. I'm not in it to win it, like not gunning to go and win a championship. You need dedication of time and practice. which also your drivers, you know, they have a lot. So I can understand, you know, there's more fun when you benefit from the fruits of your labor, as they say. You know, you see the part you make and it works. It's nice. It's a nice feeling for me, at least. So this is store 17. This is where we do all our projects, where I store my cars, where I hang out with my friends. This is the beginning. We just have, as you see, 2 jacks, because we run a lean team. It's not a commercial space. So I have one main mechanic. We have a mechanic helper. That's my fabrication area. So I have a fabricator, and we have the composite side upstairs, which most of the employees are not here yet. So yeah, these are the 2 jacks. We're just prepping for Dany's, my teammate's car, for this season. That's the fabrication area. So if we start doing roll cages and for the pipe bender and all the welding and grinding and cutting, it's on this side.
Yeah, let's go to this one.
Yeah, so this is, we started off a full tube chassis car, and it's based on a Porsche, a 997. We took a mold off of the pink Porsche and made a full tube chassis on what you see here. So
the whole
everything, including the arms.
That's the only part from the chassis. The
not even. This is the only part from the chassis that holds the window.
Gosh.
So this is the only part, but we made the arms, we made the hubs, all the tubing, bead rolling, everything inside. And now as you see, we're positioning the engine in the back and the transmission. Hopefully, should be ready for Liwa. Obviously, this is not the body, this is the mock, but the idea behind it should be a full carbon chassis shell on a Porsche.
It will be for sand?
For sand. So it should sequential pop wheelies, big LS twin turbo RHS. Of course. It's going to be a race engine RHS dry sump with mastheads, twin turbo, you know, all the good stuff. So this is the fabrication area. So might have a car parked here also if it needs if it's a quick project like the Corvette you're going to see. So, you know, some of the raw materials, all the steel, all the different type of welding machines are usually here. We keep some of the composite just to test fit for the roll cage over here, like the doors as you see. That's the fabrication area. And the rest is mostly parking. This is, we have an old C10. It was a nice car, nothing special, just a cruiser. This was an old,
BMW.
Yeah, like a practice car. It's original M3, but I'm not a BMW guy.
Is it LS one?
No, there's original M3. Full M3 engine and M3 interior. It's a complete BMW. Actually, I didn't even touch this one. This one is a street car. It was an LS, but we took it out. It's now nothing inside. It's empty, but it's the first Street Fighter body kit in the region. We did it with this. This is Dany's car. We did the Lewis Hamilton photo shoot with Monster with this car, so we have it here.
Lewis Hamilton?
Yeah, there's a video of Lewis Hamilton, the classic.
Driving that one?
This one.
That exact one?
This one.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's why it's still here.
I wanted maybe to move to the car part as we start. How do you, in your workshop, choose which car will be the base, the chassis for your next project? Because as we all know, you're trying to choose, I guess, the insane one. Yeah. And you said that your first one was the Mercedes even, right?
Yeah, yes.
How do you choose?
Because that time I was drag racing in the Mercedes, and there was an open drift night. So that's why I entered in it was an SLS. So it was different. It was just, I started off with a street car, and then, you know, I did the norm of, you know, everyone. I tried the S14, was the first like a drift car, and then I did Supra, I did 350, 370, done Ford Mustang, I've done S13s, then I went to 50, I did BMWs.
And then you got bored.
Yeah, and it's nice, you know, you can buy all this, you can just go online, click on a button, all the suspension, arms, and whatever, body kits, you can just bolt it together, you know? Kind of like the idea you're doing, in a box, you know, parts in a box kind of thing. So It's fine, you know, it's fun, but it wasn't challenging enough. You know, for me, coming from a drag racing background, you always try to get that extra half a second or even less than, you know, 1/10 of a second. So there is a challenge. In drifting, if you build it, the challenge is your driving. If you drive good, you can. But then I realized you see a lot of drivers, even if they're not driving great, well, at least this is back in the day, if you have good tires and a powerful engine, you win. So it wasn't really for me, there wasn't a challenge. You know, you have a big engine, you know, you get semi-slicks, there weren't a lot of companies doing semi-slicks, and you'd have the top 4, top 2, you make it to the final.
Do you think the car is more important than the driver?
Absolutely
in this
not.
case?
No, absolutely not. Now, especially because there's so many options, plays a big role. And engines, so many options. So if you don't drive well, you're not going to make it in today. But I'm talking 10 years ago.
So the big engine wouldn't give you the win or top 4?
In my opinion, in today's world, no. It doesn't make a difference. If you're a good driver, no. But tires, yeah. Tires, you cannot, I mean, I've tried to go around not, you know, running a good tire. You see a guy with a good tire, that's it. You can keep up, you know, if you're a great driver, you can keep up, but it is difficult to go and say, I'm gonna gun it for the championship, and you're jumping on a cheap tire, and then someone's running on a semi-slick. It's hard.
In this case, I like the idea of the mono wheel, like it is actually in RDS, right? That they have the same one, 265, if I'm not mistaken, and they're just competing. And it's not about buying the cheapest or most expensive one, it's about only skills in this case.
I agree, but don't you think that takes away from the concept of drifting? Drifting is all about style and do whatever you want. Yes,
but whatever you want, except the one part that you can cheat. Because, you know, there's massive cases of cheating.
Yes, 100%.
Yes.
But that's why I don't take, for me, that's where I see drifting change. People started taking drifting too serious, too mainstream.
We were talking with Yousef about it, and he was talking that I love Dean, I love all these super professional guys, but they're just the competitors. They're not in the game. Like they're not having fun of it. So big this smoke and tires and so on.
Remember, if you realize what we are talking about, every sentence is ending entertainment, entertained, spectators, enjoyment. It's show. It's an entertainment sport that is humanly judged, which means that when you are being judged, you just need to follow the instructions of the judges. Listen to what they want, listen to what they ask you to do for you to win. And if you achieve, and that's why James Dean is so good, because he delivers what the judges want. He's so good with that. Can he do more? Oh, 100 million times. He can even do so much good shows that you can't even imagine.
But you can. I mean, James Dean, for me, he's the pinnacle of the drivers, you know? Okay. He has to be that guy because he is professional. He worked hard to get there. That's his
profession. That's his occupation.
Yes, that's his profession. And you have to be that good to stay on the top level, you know, to be with all the sponsors and drivers. But let's say if you're not that good, that James Dean and other drivers who they're an exception. They're a handful of guys, but there's so many other people who are not good, but they take it too serious. And in my opinion, you might never reach that level, especially because you have a job doing something, and these guys.
That's your hobby, like.
Yes, so you cannot. That's where I'm saying, you know, that's how at least your livelihood, your income is from somewhere else, and now you want to be the best in something else, where people like James Dean live, breathe, eat drifting. You're never going to reach that level, in my opinion, unless you're, you know, someone who's God sent, as they say, like Messi in football. He doesn't need to do much; he's the best. So, or Ronaldo had to work hard to reach there. That's my opinion. That's how I compare them, at least.
But on the other point, from my opinion, right? If you spend a lot of money for the exact build, I'm not talking about hundreds of sponsors. If you're at the mid-level or a bit higher than the mid-level, right? Your main goal is to have results on this car.
100%.
So that's why not taken serious is maybe just the super simple approach, not the simple, but like the silly one, I would say. So you had money on this car, you're just using it in the proper way.
Yeah, even when you said about that, it's about parts. Even if you don't take it serious, if you're trying to be cheap, you're not gonna have fun. Because every time you're at the track, you're gonna break apart. For example, with Fresh X, you guys have all the right parts, and you have it stated, and you can buy it from there. That's why the idea of it is great, because you know these are good. They're tested, they're trialed, and if you have an issue, you can buy it. It's there again. And usually these parts don't break, so you know you're going on the track to drive a car, not to fix it. That's where I think it's different.
I know that is Panamera for drifting.
This is our drift Panamera.
How it works? It's not the front engine, right?
No, it is a front engine. This one is LS, obviously, turbo, with AC, 4 bucket seats with a full roll cage, and it drives really well. It has AC, it has windows, it has music, it has everything. So, cars well. This one, and this is the other Porsche. This one started off with just a shell, and then we put all the composites. We made the doors, we made everything, roof, interior.
This one is your production.
Yeah, no, this is so this design is made by Old New Japan, but we made the hood and everything because I had another Porsche.
It's looking like a Japan one. I can tell, and you see the white tires.
Exactly, exactly. So it's running SSRs, Japanese style, and obviously LS in the back. It's a drift car. It's pretty good for
at
a Porsche.
The back, but a drift car.
Yes.
How?
Porsche. It's still on this factory location. I didn't cut anything. It's factory.
But according to the regulation, is it okay?
Not to compete, but you can drift it.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. I do it for fun. You know, it's not. This one also it's for fun. We finished it.
That's the insane one, because the full carbon Bentley.
Yes. This one was, that's why we redid a few things, lights and everything, but I just didn't put it together. We put so we don't have to close and open the hood. But yeah, it's full, it's a LS7, mastheads, ITBs, it has a quick change. It's a good car, but for fun, you know, it's just for fun.
How much of the kilo did you remove by
Over 1,000. So over 1 ton, over 1,000 kilo, we took out. Like for example, the doors now it's less than 2 kilos. Factory was 52. The seats were 15 kilos each. Now, you know, it's so much lighter.
And what's the whole weight of this car?
I think 1,300, 1,300, something like that. And this is, you know, you can compete in this. There's nothing. I didn't cut firewall. It's all factory. You can.
Did you compete in this one?
No. I didn't, not yet.
You just built all these cars not to compete, right?
When I have time. When I have time, I'll drive it. I just don't have time. This was my old competition car, S15 with LS7. I changed so many times the engines. But Origin Labo, LS, quick change, dog box. Now it's empty. It's just ready to go.
You don't use it?
No, it's ready if I will use it again.
And
it's empty. Yeah, sure. So we took out. Yeah, we took it out.
Okay.
But still, all the lines are there. But you know, when we don't race, we take out the engine, refresh. We put it back together.
Are you planning to use it later?
Not this year.
So just for
future.
Stay here.
But next year I hope Corvette, and for this season. But then soon, the new car I told you about. But
that's another unusual one.
Yeah, this was the first Lexus RC in the world, drift car. LS powered, and yeah, we drive it a few times.
I see the body kit is yours due to yeah.
No, this is all factory. See, steel.
No, I mean the one.
Oh, this one, yeah. This we wanted to close it, so we just put our logo on it and you know, simple carbon piece. But it's Rocket Bunny and you know simple stuff from my side. It's nothing special. It's nice, but made almost 10 years ago, 9 years ago, 2016. Old, long time ago.
A friend of yours said about you, I'll take a quote, about your unusual cars. He just chooses the craziest cars and takes on the rebuilding for the spaceship, and he succeeds. So, yeah, it's amusing how you use the most unusual cars in the first glance for drifting. Aston Martin, McLaren, Aston Martin in drift at all.
Yeah. But in reality, it's actually, it is the reason I chose it's actually a very good base car, because the car was designed as a GT3 car from factory. It's a sports car. So it's a front mid-engine, it's an aluminum chassis, and super light, so double wishbone, it's transaxle, so we had space to work with it. It is made to be a fast car. So that's why we did the Aston Martin. It was a success, and it's a great pro car. From there, you know, we did the Porsche, and that it's just for fun, because everyone, you know, Porsche, they like to keep it, you know, factory. I just wanted to have
smooth,
fun.
yeah.
I had to do my own style, and you know, it's a very hard car to drift because the engine is very back, but it works well. Then we did the Panamera because I wanted a four-seater to have fun with my friends drifting, and you know, we needed safety, so it had full roll cage. You know, it's a V8 turbo, enough power, looks good, have fun, music, windows work, everything works, so AC. It was fun. So and then that's how we got into the McLaren. It was actually...
How it turned out really for you to come to McLaren?
So the McLaren was more of I wanted to do something extreme, but I didn't have, not an excuse, but I didn't have the, let's say, the push, until a friend of mine, Dave, from Drift Games, he built a Lambo. He's like, let's do a build-off. Let's see, you know, we'll have fun. I was like, okay, cool. So we went and, we got a McLaren, and he got Liberty Walk to give him a kit. I worked with Kyza. He designed a one-off kit, you know, inspired by his older renders of the cyberpunk style, you know, the spaceship. I liked that style, so we did a kit on that. It was a very difficult kit to begin with, to actually manufacture, to make it work. But it worked. He worked with us. He changed a few pieces for it to actually, you know, for the doors to still work with the fenders, for the tires, for the acronym of the angle kit to work with the bumper. It's so many. He worked with us extensively to change a little bit with the design for it to be the way it was. So unfortunately, Dave's, you know, they had a warehouse and it caught fire, so the Lambo was gone.
There's 15 behind it. The RX-7. That's the Spirit Ray car. And the Supra.
And, you know, our car was there. So we just continued with the build, and we took it to Europe. We went drifting with it. You know, it was a fun car. Full wide body. And I told you, we did it to go versus the Lamborghini. So we chose McLaren versus Lamborghini, not the, you know, Ferrari, because I know if you change the Ferrari so much, you'll get into trouble. So we don't want to get into trouble, we just want to have fun.
Competition.
Yeah, so but you know, it didn't happen, but it's still there, it's fun.
Now we can compete for our Pro Z. Would you want to try and compete with this one?
Yes, I'll compete, not with the McLaren, I want the new car. Give me a few months.
Okay.
Because you chose a car, Alexander wanted a platform to be competitive, and he chose for the Pro Z.
So we'll try them on the track.
Yes, soon.
Okay.
Deal.
Gotcha.
Deal. Hopefully now I'm going to be doing another new pro car, new chassis. Some might call it, you know, extreme or sports or exotic. It's not that fancy, but it's meant to be a race car. So I'll try to integrate it to my new drift platform instead of the Aston.
Wouldn't you call it like the hunger for something extra or exotic?
It's unfortunately. These cars are made to perform well from out of the box, from the factory. So it's not like you're buying, like a Nissan or a Toyota or a 370 or a Toyota 400 or Toyota 86. They're, enthusiast car. They're metal cars. They're made to be good. But we're fortunate enough in the UAE to find those exotics or rare cars. They're everywhere, and they're cheap enough to buy. Like, let's say, comparing to if you're in Europe or America, they might be expensive. But here, they're within reach. You can buy it and modify it and change it.
But the cost for modification, it's quite higher than for Nissan or for Toyota.
If you're no, it's the same parts, the same dog box.
You're doing custom all the stuff.
But even if I buy a Nissan or Toyota, I'll still do custom everything. Yes?
You can buy some ready-made or like the off-shelf stuff.
But I wouldn't.
Okay.
Even the 370 and 400, parts are everywhere. You decided to do everything from scratch.
Okay.
So it's the same.
Ate.
Yeah, it's the same. If you can, why not? And it will end up costing you the same if everything's in-house. So if you buy a kit for 75,000, 100,000 or whatever, if you have everything in-house, and it will cost you the same amount.
So you're doing anything, turning in anything that can drive to the racing car to the drift one.
Exactly, why not? Because if you like drifting, you can do that. If you like GT racing, you might do it into a track car, drag racing into a drag car. So for me, I'm gonna try to do an off-road car. Maybe I'll get into drag racing again. But for now, I'm still happy with when I have time, I go drifting. It's not like if I have time, I'll go drag racing. It's just because most of my free time, when I do, I'd like to go see my friends drifting and have fun with the guys. So, there's action, door to door. If you tap him, he taps you. It's, it's just fun.
Fun.
Yeah.
About McLaren, I guess we'll move to the current project that you have. Why did you decide to choose McLaren if there is almost zero parts? Or not zero. I remember that Mad Mike or Dagosaida had this. So
Mad Mike, when we actually started working on the car before Mad Mike, and then I spoke to Mad Mike. I saw how he did it. The two cars are completely different, the way they've been built. So it's the same. Like even Aston Martins didn't have parts. Even the Porsche doesn't have parts. But it's easy. It's math, geometry.
Are you doing it all by yourself? I mean, the engineering thoughts?
Yeah. Most of it, yeah. But we have a friend. I think we have a friend called Bob. He's an engineer. He helped us out. He did all the, Ackerman and all the everything. He adjusted it all by in computer, and then we did it. We manufactured it. But all the other cars, it's me and my mechanics, math. You just do the math and.
You said it at the Larry Chan interview, I guess, that you have the part of the transmission from the Porsche and then the Nissan part and then on it the Toyota something, and it's just the fully Frankenstein.
Exactly. Like, honestly, I like Herais, and they're easy, parts are readily available, and like, unless I think I want to venture into newer engines, but not for drifting, but for fun,
Yeah, because for you, you're a driver. You want to get behind the wheel, turn the key, and just go.
Exactly. We have so many parts here that I'm lucky to have them just sitting around. That you see this looks like this, and then we make this. Then if it looks familiar, just to check, then we can manufacture our own. So that's how the Porsche, the Nissan. We have so many of these parts. So sometimes they look familiar. And then we take the
They can fit each other.
Most of the times. If not, we manufacture adapters and stuff, which is pretty easy here.
With a 3D.
With the 3D. Or even, by manually. If you just give them sizes, they can do it. It's easy, I think.
My attention was grabbed by this unique one. Can we discuss this one?
Yeah, that's a 32 Ford, complete custom. It has suicide doors. It's LS, of course. Now it's in pieces.
It's a killer. Yeah. I'm speechless.
Yeah, it's usually the doors open with a remote control, and now obviously not. But we can open the door with remote control. It's very nice. It's a nice car, to be honest. It wasn't built by me. We bought it ready.
Have you ever?
We're just. But it was with suspension fell, and I just didn't have time to restore it. But it's a good car.
Wow.
Yeah.
If you'll go to the streets of the UAE on this one, you'll grab everybody's attention, I guess.
It's different, you know?
These two are for rally? Or
No, these are radicals.
Circuit?
Circuit racing. They're called radicals. They come with bike engines, and they have their own class or series to go. And that's how it is.
Do you use it?
No, long time ago. Not not anymore. Not my thing. That's my little scrap area for engine parts, and it's a mess. I don't even want to go there.
These two.
Yeah, these
These
are
two. I want to discuss these two.
Yeah, these are.
They're completely iconic.
Yeah, these are. So this is the one that I told you I started it, and
Yes.
I kept it from day one. But this one, I started changing parts in it. My friend, for my birthday, took it to Carbon Signal, and they did the full interior, dashboard and everything. They restored it, and I did the engine swap.
To LS?
No, we did the beams. So all Japanese beams engine. There's different style, high revving engine. That one's completely stock. Inside, outside engine is all stock. And then we have this one. This is fully modified.
If you want to feel yourself in an initial D,
This is inspiration, let's say.
I guess you have to rent them because they're really iconic. So I guess many will want to own it. And as I understood, they are rare now because they're super old-fashioned in a good way, right? What is the year of the production of this
Both
car?
86, 1986, both of them. 86, 86, all of them.
Wow, very well. It was something from LZ, right?
Yeah, this was an LZ. This was built by Group D. And
Irish?
Yeah, Irish. They're Irish shop. They're one of the leaders in when it comes to the arms and control, the suspension for 86s.
So they did that one from this one?
Yes. Yeah, it's the same. So that was the original. This is how it happened. Fully custom, everything, body kit.
And the
everything.
engine was?
Of course, it's LS.
Of course.
Yeah, but it's full.
Right.
That's fine.
Be careful.
No, it's fine. It's full. We built the engine and sent it to them. We built it here. It's simply LS2, dog box, quick change. It's running IRS in the back. It's a fully built race car. Inside also, they designed and built it very well. I have to say, it's a great job they did.
What is the main lesson that you gained from the motorsport and drift exactly?
Nothing's impossible. Absolutely not. And it's not just for motorsport. Every time, why did you choose a McLaren? My question is, why not? The whole UAE is built like that. Why did you build the tallest building in the world? Why not? Why do you have the tallest or the biggest? It's why not? If you can, you would. Like most people, I think it's part of our national identity.
Yeah, I wanted to say because it's the part of the culture. Because UAE at all is just the biggest, the tallest, the widest. There's something extra.
Yes, exactly. And why not? If you can, why not? And I think that's the same. No one said you can't drift a McLaren. No one said you can't drift a Porsche or a Ferrari. Other people did it, but I don't know why it's when people from the region, oh, the Arab did it. Well, Mad Mike did the same, but it's it's just people, Arab with the money. Why didn't they say the New Zealand guy with the money built a McLaren? It's just the stereotype.
Sponsorship, if he has, I guess.
Someone had to pay, right? The money had to come from somewhere.
Yeah.
But with us, the Arab had to pay. And no one asked, is it sponsored? If not, maybe my sponsors like to be silent. Maybe they understand that my sponsors might say, you know what? We know that people want to know what ECU you're running. Don't put the sticker. Maybe they say, we know what the engine you're running. Don't put the sticker of the engine. But I'm proud to say, I'm running Link. They supported me. Proud to say, Manly give me the internals. I don't mind saying it, but it's just the stereotype, it's this guy, that guy. Someone had to pay. If I built it or Mad Mike built it, the money came from somewhere. So it's just, I think, for me, that's why I like drifting. There's no red line, you're not allowed. You're allowed to do anything you want. As long as you can, having fun, do it. Maybe it's not part of the regulations, but I'm not going to compete. I want to drive a Porsche. I want to have fun with my friends in a Porsche.
And what is the life of this car at the future? So I saw it in Poland, right? And ultra race, right?
Yeah.
And it was like the show car, and you said it was the actual drift on it. Yeah, and then what would you do with it? Compete on it or change to the new project?
Yeah, no, it's a fun car for drift nights, for car shows. It's different. AC works. It's a street car. You can drive it on the road. Everything works. Keys work. You know, we went through the engine, so we're running everything on Link, but we're still running the immobilizer from McLaren, and we have a Link PDM on it that's integrated into the screen, where it's touch screen to start the car. So it's very, it's sophisticated enough for it to drive on the road. It's nice. It's actually a good car. It balanced well. It's gonna come back. Now it's in Germany at Tofu Garage, so we're gonna try to ship it back sometime soon. I might change the setup for the engine. So we made the front end raw carbon, and then now I like that style, so I might do it, because we need to repaint it because of the fire. There was a small fire in Poland while we were drifting. So the spark plug wire melted, and the spark was, there was a spark coming out, and we had fumes from the tank breather, because we did our own fuel tank, and the spark caught fire, the fumes of the tank caught fire. It's not a big fire, it was small, but you know, there's small damages, yellow color, so that's why we repainted. The car is running, it's fine now.
So it's fixed?
We didn't even fix it. It's actually, we've turned off the fire, we started, it's okay. That's why I'll bring it back, I'll fix the small plug wire or whatever, and then change the color, maybe relaunch it again as something else. But you'll see it more on drift nights here.
I don't want to debase drift nights or this local stuff, but isn't this car too cool for this street style? For this street, not championship, but even just the race track?
It's fun. I don't get it. You see me, I barely go. So when I go, I want to have fun. Whether it's Corolla or the McLaren. If you can do it with anyone, if you can do it, wouldn't you? If you wouldn't do it?
I don't know. I think that this car is too... the cost price of this car, I mean, too heavy, too much, yeah? And
that's what I'm saying.
You'll just save it.
No, it's if you have all the parts for it, the molds are upstairs. If I hit it, you can fix it. The engine's in LS. The car wasn't expensive to buy to begin with, because in Dubai, McLarens are not expensive. I mean, I'll take it, maybe one day I'll take the Porsche, one day I'll take the McLaren, before we stick Aston Martin, you know, it's one day Corolla or Silvia or BMW. So the cars are there, I want to have fun, so it's just an option, you know, if you can.
Okay.
For me, that's how I see it.
They're made to be used.
Yes, and there's AC, there's music, you know, it's a good time, why not?
What is the cost of the McLaren? Like the cost price of this construction?
I cannot remember. Honestly, because it's all in-house, I cannot remember. I can remember 3D printing parts, and it wasn't all at once, so I remember you can do bumpers for $1,000 for a bumper to 3D print, but to manufacture, because you know, even when you guys buy, you don't buy meter, you buy roll. So I buy 100 meters, 200 meters. I don't know how many meters I use for the McLaren.
But okay, for instance, if you'll sell it for somebody, what will be the price for this car?
I'd have to see what the cost was, and then sell it based on the cost. Honestly, and most of it, it's more than the cost of the build. There is the IP cost, which is the intellectual property of Kyza. So whatever he would recommend, you know, because he designed the car, that's what I would sell. It's more than the construction cost. If I design the car, and I know it's just the construction cost with how many days or hours we spent, that's it. But if it's designed by it's a designer, he has IP, so that's a different type of figure. But if it's a normal drift car, I think between $500,000 and $1 million dirhams. So $150,000 to $250,000 as a cost of construction, buying the car, building it.
So selling around million dirham or even more?
Cost? Yeah, it should be. I was saying, yeah, so the construction cost is all, I didn't really build it to, you know, when you build a car like the way you're doing, where you want to know the costing of materials, and it's easier. But for me, it was a passion project, you know, to build. So I can't even tell you what the cost was. I can't even remember how much we bought the car. It's been almost 2 years, so a year and a half. So, and since then we bought so many other cars and we got into so many projects, buying so many parts. I cannot remember. You know, if I tell you a number now, I'd be lying. So, but you know, there be 500 and a million. I don't know where, somewhere. But that's without the IP of someone like the Kyza. I'm talking just construction, you know. But other than that, you know, because it's a Kyza, it's definitely, this car costs definitely more than $1 million. But I cannot. Construction, it's, you know, it's the same parts. It's an LS, you know, Porsche gearbox, LS clutch. It's, you know, I can tell you those things, but I cannot put a number on it physically, so, to be honest. This was not mine. That's mine. So Dave and yeah, they're both Mark II. This is JZX90, JZX100. Dave, before the fire happened, when he came, we were going to do Lambo and McLaren and JZX versus JZX in the same workshop. So what he did is he went with a LS engine. He put an LS in it, and then I did this 2J, this is JZX, and I put a 2J inside. So this one is different, just for style, for fun, street car, you know, racing, whatever. It's a 2J engine and a JZX, simple. It's nothing special. It's just more
but for race.
Fun. Yeah, for fun.
And the body kit is yours?
No, this is Vertex, Japan. That's it. It's simple. It's a Japanese style car we wanted to do. Unfortunately, you know, with the fire, he couldn't come back and everything, and he sold it to someone else who's supposed to take it soon. But that's the reason why we built those cars. This one was also built by DMAC in
Is that one that you said from Carix?
No. That one, so Carix has the Corolla. Someone designed it with the LZ, where it's exactly the same. And I found this one, so I built it the same as Carix. It's like, I see that one, someone did that one, then I saw this and I did the same, but it's fun. This one is also rotary, Bridgeported by Hayworth, built by Group D in Ireland, and has BN Blitz kit on it, original. It took them around 6 months to find it. So it's an original kit, and you know, it's also style, but I never, you know, did the stickers and had fun with it the way I wanted. So we're just, one day.
Okay.
One day I will have time. That's the Honda Sammy wants to do. It's a B16 manual engine. He wants to modify it and do a roll race. He was telling you, that's the car. Doesn't look anything special, but it should be fast once it's done.
And which one from these cars you want to rebuild, reborn, and make the second life to really compete from that one?
To compete, honestly, these no, none of those. Maybe this one for road race, but these are just very sentimental. I won't touch them. I just like to see them here.
They're just to see.
For me, I'm happy to see them.
Okay.
Drive them every now and then. The Corollas are street registered. That's street registered. Drive it on the road, have fun. Like the Supra and the GTR. I just want to have, you know, a street car. But they're not, they're just, you know, they're hard to find, like you said. But, yeah.
You said about the competitive level of the car. Am I right? You said that McLaren has no roll cage, or?
Yeah, McLaren's more of a street car, like a fun drift night kind of car.
But you drift on it.
Yeah, it's fine, but it's not competition. I'm not going to win it. It's like for open drift night, to have fun with it. Yeah, you can do it, but it's not. You cannot compete in that car. Even if it had a roll cage, you can't, because the engine's in the back. So drifting, you're not allowed to drive something with the engine in the back. So, but it's a good car. It's fun. It's different. AC works, music works. So,
I see drift McLaren. It's so nice.
It's nice. I'm not gonna say no. It's amazing, to be honest.
when we finished the build of the baby Z, everybody asked us, "Oh, you just remained the AC for the car," and I was surprised because why not? Because it's okay for the mid-level drive, to remain it. And now with the Pro One, we don't have AC, and we're just kind of upset about this stuff.
I'm hoping in the future, most of the cars, even if it's Pro, that I'll try to put an AC in it.
What will be your next project?
We'll wait and see. It'll be something different.
Different in which way?
Different that it hasn't been done yet. Or maybe I think it has, not sure, but I haven't seen it. Hopefully.
It will be one unusual car.
Yes, but it will be for competition.
Tesla one.
Close. No. Aluminum chassis, mid-engine, that's what I like. So I might go somewhere like this. Something like the Aston again. I mean, platform-wise.
And for the current, so the Porsche is the current project that you're building?
No, so this we want for Liwa. These two Corvettes, we want to finish them next month.
Sure.
1 or 2 months, they should be done. And then our project that we want to try and go against with the Z.
Okay, non-Aston Martin, non-Mercedes, non-something that you've mentioned,
Something, I don't know which one, but we'll see. I think it will be a nice comparison to see with the Z how both cars do, since we're going to use many of the same parts, maybe different engines, different panels, but the chassis should be competitive.
Okay, and what about Corvette? So
Corvette is...
show us something.
Yeah, sure. So now we're prepping the chassis. As you see, it's still stock arms and everything, because we're doing the tunnels. We're redoing the tunnels, the firewall, the rear, we're doing for the bumper. So all the fabric...
Custom.
Yeah, everything custom. We're finishing everything off so we can wash it and send it to paint. And then when it comes back, all the composites, the fenders, the inner, the dash, everything, we do it in-house. So right now we're just prepping the tunnel, and then we do our own engine mounts and everything, and then it goes to paint. So that's why it's up in the sky, as they say. It still needs a few days.
For drift.
This is a full
So just
pro drift.
the assembling part?
Yeah, this is full pro drift car. The other Corvette's full pro drift car, and we'll see how it goes. You'll see it this season, definitely.
Is there anything else you want us to see, to show?
For now, no. This is all it is. It's small.
Small?
What's
the square feet of this building?
Up and down together is around 28,000, almost 28,000 square feet.
That's the biggest garage in UAE, I guess.
It's more like a storage, and I hope I'll grow and become like your team, where there's fabricators, composite. Hopefully I'll get to that point someday. But for now, I'm happy with my small team. We're doing a lot of great things together, and it's fun, so it is what it is.
And about maybe the American drift and all this stuff. So you participated in the European one. In America, it was the drag racing one, right? But after living in US and traveling and competing in Europe, you came back to UAE. And I'm wondering why you just didn't stay in the maybe more modern world like it is, right? And you decided to come back home.
So when I went to the States, it was, I used to study there.
Yes,
college, and then I came back, and because we travel in the summer. It's pretty warm here, so a lot of people travel in the summer. So I decided to make use of my summer travels by going to all these drift events. So we send the car to Europe. We used to work a lot with the DMAC, Group D, they transport. So, and I see Norway, the Gatwill Championship, and we podiumed in the Super 3 there. We, drove against some of the best, like Asbo, and Kenny Moen was there, and many drivers, and driving in the BDC before they shut down. The British Drift Championship had a lot of great drivers. IDC, yeah, we've done a lot around Europe, but it was not because I want to. I've never done a full championship in Europe because I do one race here, one race here. I can't.
Like a wild card, or? Yeah,
wild card, because I never have the time to do a full championship anywhere. So even here, so in the past few years, I didn't compete, but usually I was able to do the local championship. I hope I can come back and do the local one this year. But back in, before I had more free time, I won the local championship, and it was nice. But now, and it's nice to see now there's so many good drivers, and it's much harder to even try to qualify higher than, like, we used to always try to qualify top, but now if you make it, in the top 10, you're great, because there's so many international drivers and so many great builds, and people understand, parts and tires, and so it's more competitive, which I like. It's nice, but I'm not, when it comes to drifting, I don't even, you remember in Liwa, I didn't even practice. You qualify.
It was the first time you got on the wheel.
So just because, I'm lazy or just not bothered. I just go qualify straight away. If I qualify, okay. If not, it's still okay. I'm having fun. So that's how it is with me now. Maybe because it's time, It's just time.
And about this comparison, so more and more international drivers come here in UAE because I think UAE and maybe GCC region is so convenient for drivers because they have their seasons on the summertime and here at the winter time. Yeah. And in this case, maybe it's more attractive, for most of drivers, and they're coming to OIDC, for instance. It's too much famous names, right? Yeah. And don't you think that these competitive international drivers just make not worse, but in some way to the local ones, because they're just underground one?
Not at all. The locals, we have a saying, which is in Arabic means someone with one eye, who has one eye, is a king between the blind. Meaning, if they're all, driving, if you bring one guy who's really good, you think he's the best. But if you have 10 great guys, internationals, who, it brings the level up. So
raise the competitive level.
So that's why people are more happy to see the international drivers, so they can test and see where they stand with all these big names, even if they're not big names. Lately we've had a lot of guys come from Eastern Europe who maybe local drivers don't know, so they think they might do better or worse, and it's like a joker card. So they don't know he's good, he's not good. The car looks good, but it's interesting. It's more fun. Like you said, OIDC was bringing a lot of international drivers, and UAE, the Emirates Drift Championship, had big names come, and now they go to Oman because they sponsor the big names. But it's coming back. The EDC is slowly, because I'm happy because it's here, it's home, it's the local track. I know that from what I understand, they'll be getting more and more international drivers, and you guys have been here, and what I understand, there's a lot more coming this year. So it'll be interesting. It's fun. It used to be, for a few years it slowed down the EDC a bit, but it looks like it's coming back stronger than before. So I'm excited. That's why I'm trying to prepare a car to see if I can, get in the mix, as they say. Yeah, we'll see.
And coming back to EDC, as they sponsored by Monster, right, Energy, and as I researched, the company, they're more in Europe and US, and you're working with them, so you're sponsored by them, right? How did you end up with this sponsorship?
They started sponsorship with my teammate Dany, who we're building the Corvette for at the moment. He was, because he's a DJ, he was an ambassador for music, and then he started drifting. They saw us around Europe, and they know we're teammates, so they offered the team a sponsorship for Monster, and that's how they got into sponsoring the EDC. Because as Monster drivers, we were competing in, let's say, Oman. I used to compete in Europe. At that time, around 2015-16, there wasn't a strong local championship. So I think 2017 they sponsored the 17 or 18 they sponsored EDC and they got Dave, who's running the Drift Masters last year. He was running EDC for a while, and now he continued, and it's growing. Last year I saw a lot of big numbers when it came to spectators. It was big for EDC last year. There were thousands in the grandstand. So I think this year it's going to be more. From what I understand, because Monster is still on board and new sponsors came on board, so they want to take it to the next level.
We discussed, maybe back in the days, last year, we discussed with Yousef about sponsor stuff and how the sponsorship works here. And he said that the situation in UAE, it's not so nice compared to the Oman, for instance, with the ORDC, because it's quite more famous, right? And he said that until the sponsors come here, they wouldn't be the dramatic race of the growing of the motorsport and drift precisely. Yeah. And what is the perspective for the sponsorship of the motorsport in UAE, for your opinion?
In my opinion, there's no incentive. So if you go to Europe and America, when they sponsor someone, it's a tax. You don't pay tax. So it's called a tax deductible. Oman is state funded. The government pays, oil company pays for it. It's all privately funded here, the championship. So the tracks are privately funded. Dubai is not owned by the government, the track and the autodrome. Yas is semi-government. Liwa is not, so it's all individuals in putting money. And drifting is not big here. So you have to understand, the money goes into what makes sense for the sponsor, for the investor. But now, since it's growing, that's why drifting had to take some time to introduce drifting to the public. Because people into drag racing, like you said, nice cars, old petrols. So now it's going to be, I think this year it's going to be different.
The influence of the drifting for you as a person?
I think it's like the freedom to express. I'm, more of a conservative person. So as a person, I might not say much. I'm very, by the book, as they say, or whatever. So like not by the book. I'm more like numbers of work in my life. I'm like that type. I like to be, a bit more, not organized, but it's just kind of boring, But when it comes to drifting is more, because you can do whatever you want. Anything you want, drifting goes. As long as you're driving, it going sideways, you're drifting. So it's the freedom of doing whatever you want. You can express it, you can do different styles, colors, wheels, engines. So that is, it might not reflect on me, but it's an avenue for me to give some, express my freedom.
Other side.
Yes, that's more like it. Not that the drifting is, changing anything in my personal life. It's my life, my expressive side goes out in drifting.
So you don't implement this expression style on your lifestyle?
No, it's
different apart.
It's a different. My life is a bit different. It's more straight.
What is it? Just as an example, the one day of yours, what it will be?
So I wake up in the morning, go to work, and it's mostly numbers, work. And then evening I sit with the family. And if I have time, I come here. Every day. It's the same thing. It's work. And then family, if I have time, I come here. That's...
Hobby time?
If I have time, I come here. This is my hobby. Cars, so if I can't drift, I'd build it. That's why I might not be drifting much, but I have time to build it. Because you're not building it in one day. It takes months to build a car. So I'd come here every week, every day, whenever I can. I build the car, and when I have time, I'll go test it, drive it, fix it. It's fun. But if, in competition, if you want to be serious, you have to build something that's been tried and tested, like a 350, 370, the Z platform, BMW platform, something that everybody uses and there's parts for. You buy it and you practice, and then drive. But it's not something I have the time for, because on race day, there is a logistics. Someone needs to bring the tires, the fuel, the track. I don't have the energy or the time to do it. But I have time to build the cars, because this is my workshop. It's not for customers, not a commercial space. So I have fun. I have Sam is my media guy, so We have fun with him, takes videos, photos. I might not post much, but it's for me. It's memories. It's me and my friends. We're having fun. We travel. Before even Sami being like a part of the media team, he's also, or head of the media team, he's also a good friend of mine for a long time. So even if he's not shooting, we're just having fun building a car. We have Herais and Bob, all the guys from Abu Dhabi, Hassan, Nasser, Dan, and so it's just all these guys, having fun. And most of the time we can't put it on camera. It's just us being us. So it's just having a good time. If you work so hard every day doing the same thing, you wanna, express, go have fun, do something else.
And so much cars that you're building here that we have in your garage, they're just standing. So Sam had the quite excursion here, yeah, and he said, oh, just he used it for one time or two laps, and that's it. And what is the destiny of all these cars? They're just standing and that's it?
No, when I have time, I'll go drive them. And most of the time, Sami knows, we do it on a private night. So we book the place alone, and we just go there with our friends, and we drift, and have fun, dinner, barbecue, something, and it's a good time. But but many people see it only maybe once or two times. Yes, some of the cars are still new, and I'm going with this whole different, the Bentley, the Porsches. They're new builds. It's not like I've had them for the past 10 years. It's past 3-4 years. So that's why I didn't drive them much, especially in the past few years. I had a family, I got married, I had kids, and just taking much of my time. So that's why I haven't been able to go, tracks and drifting with competing. But I hope I'm still there. I'm still, gonna have some fun and cause some chaos on the track with the guys. But when I can, I will be.
If you have the eternal amount of money and you'll build the dream project, what chassis, what transmission, what inside and outside parts would you have?
So every car I build becomes I want to do this. My dream project was the Aston. So when I did that, then I wanted the next one.
Then you dream?
And then I realized the dream, for me, the best platform is a front mid-engine car, aluminum chassis.
For instance?
Aston Martin is one of the best. There's some Ferraris, some Mercedes, there's some... That's pretty much it, to be honest. There's no other options. There are many options that give you front mid-engine. So one of these three cars, these brands, they have front mid-engine cars that are great GT cars on the track, like the Lexus LFA. As long as the engine's behind the front strut tower, I like that balance. It's nice. And when it's aluminum, it's light. So for me, I think that's the next project would be a front mid-engine aluminum chassis with a sequential and a quick change and a big natural aspirated V8. Like
LS.
Of course LS, but like
I see that 90% of your cars are LS. So why is this love for this exact engine?
Because I started with that in drag racing, and for competition, for desert, for everything, it's very nice, super reliable. The torque is there, power is there, no headache. It fits in everything. It's small enough for the power you get. It's very small. So yeah, like you see, there's rotary, there is 2J, there is VQ, I have TB48s, all the engines. We've tried them all, and some of the cars inside you'll see still running those engines. But I like LS. And for me, you put it on anything, it works better. So I'm not going to change anytime soon, I think. I should have went into drifting earlier. I wish I saw drifting at 18 and maybe listen to myself more, because when you're younger, you'd hear mostly, you can't do this, there's no parts for this, there's nothing, it's hard to do that. But slowly but surely, I realized you don't need, you can do it yourself. So if I advise myself to try it, to maybe try everything a bit earlier. I won't change anything, but I wouldn't be, not scared, but the word skeptical, if something would work. So I won't be saying, will it work or not? I'll just go for it, like I do now. Try it, if it works, it works. If it doesn't work, there's no, it's yours anyways.
No future.
You don't feel bad, do something else. So I would ask myself to, not be skeptical, just go for it. That's it. Because I remember many people, oh, that's hard, especially in America. Oh, that's hard, you can't do this. This is hard, that's hard.
Nothing is impossible.
Nothing at all.
How do you see the future of the drifting in the GCC region at all?
I feel like it's gonna go crazy. I think this is the beginning, and the future is very promising, and I feel like you'll see the growth year by year, more and more, starting this year. If not last year, I think this year is even gonna be more, and next year is gonna be more. And mark my words, you remember that.